Hey howdy, hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. It's not every day that you see videos like this, and it's also not every day that I go back and look at games that have left a horrible taste in my mouth. The leaps and bounds that Battlefield 2042 has made over the last few years is nothing short of commendable. But today we're going to talk about how the game is feeling now, if the game is actually worth it, and much more. But before we do, I have a small favor to ask. We just hit 1.3k subs on the channel, which means we are 700 away from our goal of 2k subs. So by the end of the video, if you like what you see, then consider liking and subbing to the channel. I appreciate you all so much. Socials linked below. Let's get into it. I guess to kind of give some context here, a lot of people in my community and some of my close friends know that I hate three things in this world: the IRS, Ubisoft, and Battlefield 2042. I played the beta to 2042 and was almost 100% certain that this game would be Game of the Year, and all we got was the most hated title on Steam at one point. It was review after review, video after video, people just hating this game because it was bad. DICE felt the weight of the Battlefield community crushing them, and the hate and the hellfire that was hurled at them left those guys scrambling for answers, because at one point this game had fewer players than Halo Infinite. If you're curious about today, the tables have turned immensely. Let's see how things improved over time. This game released on November 19, 2021, and judging from their Steam page, oh boy. This game wasn't even playable for the first week to 2 weeks it was out, and if you were there for this launch, then you can attest to the game crashes, falling through the map, lack of hit registration, fucking anything that makes a game bad. 2042 had a full ass plate of it, and it was going back for seconds. I felt like EA should have been the ones at the gallows for this game failing instead of DICE. I have a reason for this, so let me explain. Whatever EA touches, it ultimately turns to shit damn near overnight. Think of the titles EA has helped out on: Dead Space, Titanfall, Syndicate, Skate, etc. Titanfall 2 came out a couple years ago, the Dead Space remaster came out recently, and Skate is just around the corner. But what the fuck happened to these games when EA touched them? They disappeared for years, and what did they do instead? Release the same mediocre, busted ass, sorry ass, shit ass sports games year after year. A week after the game release, DICE put out its 0.3 update, where they essentially dropped a Webster's dictionary of updates and fixes into a post. About 90% of the people who saw it knew that they were just trying to do some damage control of some kind. Skipping forward a little bit, 13 months later, according to Steam charts, Battlefield 2042 saw the biggest spike in players that it had seen since release, at about 36,000 active players, before dipping back down into the 6,000 to 7,000 player range. This could be due to the fact that they had a free weekend of it in late November, early December, which is perfectly fine, but they dropped two updates within a week or so of each other, one before the free weekend event and one after. And these two patch updates laid out a new season along with new maps, guns, a new game mode, audio fixes, UI fixes, multiplayer fixes, quality of life updates, legit anything you can think of, it was done. They got rid of the damn specialists and they brought back the classes, because as the old saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can now unlock challenges and progression for weapons in Battlefield Portal, which is absolutely huge for me because I think Portal is the bread and butter of 2042. DICE really took the necessary steps and listened to the community to make this game fun and playable again, and it shows to this very day. The game in its current form still isn't perfect by any means, but in comparison to how it played when it came out, it is 100% a totally different experience. The content drip along with the constant patch updates are what's keeping this game alive. The gunplay in the most current version of 2042 is solid. The spawns are so much fucking better in comparison to the previous experiences. Vehicles ain't falling through the goddamn map, and it's overall a very solid game. But I'm holding on to the notion that this game is still not a $60 title by any means. This game is absolutely far from perfect, and for every 10 issues they fix, 2 seem to pop up out of nowhere still. And if it isn't bugs, it's unneeded nerfs, like the assault rifles getting a double ADS nerf. For what damn reason is that needed? I don't know. But if you are interested in playing this game, it is currently on Game Pass, so if you have Game Pass, go ahead and give it a go. I guess to kind of summarize here, 2042 is in the best place it's ever been. On that same side of the coin, this is also the best that DICE has looked as a company since this game has dropped. But unless something major happens, I feel like this is just another peak for this title, because in all actuality, that core audience you had on board during the beta period has long since forgotten about this title. As DICE moves forward on developing the next Battlefield title, I have a few concerns of my own that many of my other content creating friends have. Those concerns are about the streamline of content, the functionality of their flagship title moving moving into the next generation of Battlefield, who all is going to aid in development of this title, and etc. A lot of questions to be asked, but I'll be here to answer them as we get closer and closer to the next Battlefield launch. So if you guys like what you've seen and want to see more like this, then consider hitting that sub button, that like button, and developing that notification bell. I post content like this all the time right here on YouTube. And as always, my name is Redbeard Mortis. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you guys in the next one. But until then, I am fucking out of here.